This is unbelievable, my friend. Just when everyone lost track of the Raiders roster being practically set for the season, a behind-the-scenes sequence has just wreaked havoc in Las Vegas. We're talking about 3 moves that, if successful, could transform the offense, shake up the defense, and open a new chapter toward the playoffs, or even further. And the names behind it, no one expected it. Before I tell you all the details of this bold move being hatched behind the scenes, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell, because what's happening now could change the franchise's fortunes and make the Raiders feared once again in the NFL. The Las Vegas Raiders may be preparing one of the most unexpected moves of the offseason, and it all revolves around a player many fans have forgotten. Trayon Burks, the wide receiver chosen to replace A.J. Brown in Tennessee, may be heading to the desert in search of one last chance at redemption. And Raider Nation, this is the kind of low-risk, high-reward bet that could quietly reshape the offense in 2025. Let's not take the pill. The depth at wide receiver has been a question mark all offseason. Jacoby Myers brings reliability. Trey Tucker shows flashes of promise. But beyond that, the cupboard is thin. That's why the front office invested heavily in the draft, selecting Jack Beck in the 2nd round, Dante Thornton in the 4th, and betting on quarterback-turned-winner Tommy Mellott in the 6th. All 3 have potential, but betting on 3 hotshots to carry a position group? It's a dangerous gamble for an era trying to win now. Enter Pete Carroll. He didn't come to Las Vegas to rebuild. He came to compete immediately. And in a win-now culture, you need options. You need security. And Trayon Burks, injuries, inconsistency, and all could be the kind of quiet acquisition that changes everything. According to USA Today's Corey Woodruff, the Raiders are being considered the lifeline for Burks' fading career in Tennessee. Once a first-round draft pick, Burks never lived up to expectations, missing 6 games in each of his first 2 seasons and playing only 5 games in 2024 after tearing his ACL. Injuries derailed what was supposed to be a successful run, and now he's buried on the Titans' reserve list, which has built a foundation around new quarterback Cam Ward. But don't forget the traits that made Burks a first-round pick. 6'2", 225 pounds, an elite ability to win the ball after the catch, and a physical style that's hard to find. With Geno Smith at quarterback, a passer known for his short and intermediate range accuracy, Burks could thrive in a system designed to get the ball out quickly and let the playmakers work. He doesn't need to be a WR1 in Las Vegas. He just needs to contribute, and if he can stay healthy, he could surprise everyone. The rumored deal? A conditional 7th-round pick in 2026. That's it. No early round assets, no blockbuster commitments, just an offer, one that could yield a lot without alarm bells. And let's be honest, at that price, there's almost nothing to lose. Still, there are concerns. Burks may not be medically cleared for training camp, and even if he is, he'll enter a fierce battle for representatives with hungry receivers and a revamped offense that demands quick synergy. His role would be uncertain, his path arduous. But if Pete Carroll believes there's still a shred of potential, this is exactly the kind of challenge he craves, resurrecting forgotten talent and giving them purpose in a system that believes in them. So what's next? This move could round out the wide receiver course, or it could be just the beginning. Because while rumors swirl, there's another name linked to Las Vegas. A bigger name, a game changer. What if the Raiders weren't just plugging holes? What if they were looking at a star? Yes, you heard that right. A new wave of rumors is spreading around the league, and it puts the Las Vegas Raiders in the middle of a potential blockbuster no one saw coming. Multiple sources connected to both organizations point to Vegas as a great fit for Washington Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin. And if that comes true, Raider Nation, we're not just talking about an upgrade. We're talking about a transformation. McLaurin, who exploded with 1,096 receiving yards and 13 touchdowns in 2024, is entering the final year of his contract, and there's been no sign of an extension. The Commanders now face a tough choice. Re-sign him now or trade him before they lose him for nothing. And while McLaurin has been a key pillar of Washington's offense, business is business. If a deal doesn't get done, he's on the chopping block. Enter the Raiders. Pete Carroll didn't come to Las Vegas to play it safe. With Geno Smith now under center and Heat sensation Brock Bowers poised to shine at tight end, Vegas is clearly reshaping its offensive identity. But one thing is still missing, a true WR1. And McLaurin ticks all the boxes. Just imagine, Geno Smith delivers a perfect cross-court pass to McLaurin, who fends off a tackle and sprints 60 yards. Meanwhile, the defenses are struggling because Jacoby Myers remains dangerous in the slot and Brock Bowers is tearing it up the middle. Suddenly, the Raiders' offense goes from developing to explosive. But let's be real, signing McLaurin won't be cheap. He's one of the best in the league at creating separation, winning frequently and leading by example. Washington won't let him go for peanuts. A package of picks, perhaps even a second-rounder plus a conditional future selection, would likely be necessary. And yet, if the Raiders are truly going all in on 2025, that's a price worth paying. What makes this even more intriguing is the fit. McLaurin's skill set is perfect for Geno Smith's style. He thrives on precise routes, disciplined timing, and yards after the catch. With Pete Carroll's system designed around efficiency efficiency and smart football, this isn't just a flashy acquisition. It's one that makes perfect sense for the game of football. There's also the locker room factor. McLaren is highly respected as a leader, a fighter, and a team-first guy. For a Raiders locker room trying to shake off years of chaos and rebuild a championship culture, adding a personality like his would be a huge win. So, where do we stand? At this point, it's still speculative, but where there's smoke, there's usually fire, and the timing makes sense. Washington is hesitant. The Raiders are aggressive. Both sides have something to gain, and with the season fast approaching, this could be Vegas's boldest move yet. But while the front office is looking to ignite the offense, something fascinating is brewing on defense. What if one of the Raiders' most controversial draft picks is finally ready to become a star? The Raiders' defense is built around a dominant figure, Max Crosby. But even Crosby needs help, and with Christian Wilkins dealing with injury issues, Vegas may be called upon to improvise. One solution? A position trade for 2023 first-round pick Tyrie Wilson. Wilson was drafted to be a dominant edge rusher, but inconsistency and role confusion have limited his impact. Now, Bleacher Report's Mo Moton reports that Vegas may permanently move Wilson to defensive tackle, and the move makes a lot of sense. At 6'4" and 275 pounds, Wilson has the length and strength to wreak havoc inside. He's already expressed potential as a defensive tackle in pressure situations, and with Malcolm Kuntz positioned alongside Crosby, the advantage is clear. Pushing Wilson inside could finally unlock the production the Raiders envisioned when they drafted him. In 33 games, Wilson recorded 56 tackles, 8 TFLs, 8 sacks, and 28 pressures. Not bad, but not the numbers expected of a top 10 pick. With more interior snaps, especially if Wilkins misses time, Wilson could thrive. And let's not forget, interior pressure can be even more useful than lateral pressure in today's NFL. This could be the breakout year fans have been hoping for. Not by forcing Wilson into a position he's not suited for, but by allowing him to dominate from the inside out. Could a combination of a bold gamble on Trayon Burks, the potential splashy arrival of Terry McLaurin, and Tyrie Wilson's reinvention at center field be just what the Raiders need to finally turn the tide in 2025? Leave your opinion. Here, don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel, but later I will come back to update you with the latest news from the Raiders.